Welcome to the channel. Today's quiz topic is famous travelers and their discoveries. Which explorer reached the source of the Amazon River? Option A, Francisco de Orellana. Option B, Marco Polo. Option C, Hernán Cortés. Option D, Ferdinand Magellan. The correct answer is Francisco de Orellana. Francisco de Orellana was a Spanish conquistador and explorer. He is famous primarily for being the first European to navigate the Amazon River and sail along it in 1541 during an expedition through what is now South America. This journey was part of the quest for the legendary city of El Dorado and a route to Peru, ultimately resulting in the discovery of the Amazon and its basin, which had a significant impact on the geography and history of the region. Who traveled through much of Asia and served Kublai Khan, the ruler of the Mongol Empire? Option A, Bartolomeo Diaz. Option B, Amerigo Vespucci. Option C, Marco Polo. Option D, Francis Drake. Correct answer is Marco Polo. Marco Polo was an Italian merchant, explorer, and writer who became famous for his extensive travels across Asia along the Silk Road. He embarked on his journey with his father and uncle in the late 13th century, traveling to China and beyond, where he served under Kublai Khan, the Mongol emperor. He wrote the book The Travels of Marco Polo, which introduced Europeans to the culture, geography, and riches of the East and had a significant impact on European exploration and trade with Asia. Who defeated the Incas in 1532? Option A, Hernán Cortés. Option B, Vasco da Gama. Option C, Marco Polo. Option D, Francisco Pizarro. Correct answer is Francisco Pizarro. Francisco Pizarro was a Spanish conquistador and explorer, renowned for the conquest of the Inca Empire in present-day Peru. In 1532, Pizarro and his troops defeated the Incas and their emperor Atahualpa in the Battle of Cajamarca. This event paved the way for Spain's conquest of Peru. Pizarro subsequently founded the capital of Peru, Lima, and played a crucial role in the Spanish colonization of the region. Who discovered the Cape of Good Hope in 1488? Option A, John Hanning Speke. Option B, Ferdinand Magellan. Option C, Ibn Battuta. Option D, Christopher Columbus. Correct answer is Ferdinand Magellan. Ferdinand Magellan was a Portuguese explorer who set out from Spain in 1519 with a fleet of 5 ships to find a way west to the Spice Islands, today's Indonesia. Although Magellan himself died in the Philippines in 1521, his expedition continued under the command of Juan Sebastián Elcano, eventually completing the first circumnavigation of the Earth in 1522. Magellan's voyage proved that the Earth was round and greatly expanded European knowledge of global geography. Who discovered the Hawaiian Islands? Option A, Marco Polo. Option B, William Baffin. Option C, James Cook. Option D, Pedro Alvarez Cabral. Correct answer is William Baffin. Captain James Cook was an English explorer who lived in the 18th century. He charted many previously unexplored areas and islands, including the eastern coastline of Australia and New Zealand. Cook's voyages also led to the discovery of the Hawaiian Islands and detailed mapping of the Pacific Northwest coast of North America. His contributions to navigation, cartography, and scientific knowledge were significant, shaping European exploration and colonization of the Pacific region. In what year does Christopher Columbus discover America? Option A, 1410. Option B, 1498. Option C, 1492. Option D, 1463. Correct answer is 1492. Christopher Columbus was an Italian sailor and explorer who discovered the Americas in 1492 during his expedition sponsored by Spain. Although he was not the first European to reach America, his voyage paved the way for later European expansions and colonization in the New World. Columbus mistakenly believed he had reached India, which led to the later mislabeling of America's native inhabitants as Indians. Who made 2 voyages in search of a sea route to China and India? Option A, Hernando de Soto. Option B, Jacques Cartier. Option C, Amerigo Vespucci. Option D, John Cabot. Correct answer is John Cabot. John Cabot was an Italian navigator and explorer who primarily worked for England. He is best known for conducting an expedition in 1497, during which he discovered the eastern coast of Canada, likely making landfall in either Newfoundland or Cape Breton Island in present-day Newfoundland. This journey marked one of the first European contacts with the North American continent since the Vikings. His discovery sparked British interest in exploration and colonization of North America. Who conquered and to the foundations destroyed Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital, in 1521? Option A, Hernán Cortés. Option B, Pedro Álvarez Cabral. Option C, Zheng He. Option D, Hernando de Soto. Correct answer is Hernán Cortés. Hernán Cortés was a Spanish conquistador and explorer, best known for his conquest of the Aztec Empire in present-day Mexico. This took place in 1519, where he defeated the Aztecs and its ruler, Montezuma II. He also captured Tenochtitlan, the capital of the Aztec Empire, in 1521. Cortés is also known for his extensive destruction of Aztec culture and the introduction of Spanish rule in the region. Who first sailed to India and then sailed around Africa and reached the Cape of Good Hope? Option A, Jacob Roggeveen. Option B, Vasco da Gama. Option C, Marco Polo. Option D, Francis Drake. The correct answer is Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama was a Portuguese explorer and sailor who is primarily known for his achievement as the first European to discover a sea route to India, bypassing Africa. In 1498, da Gama reached the port of Calicut, opening a new era of European trade and colonial contacts with Asia. His expedition contributed to strengthening Portuguese control over the Indian Ocean and initiated the era of European geographical discoveries. Who was the first to conquer the South Pole? Option A, Yermak Timofeyevich. Option B, Bartolomeu Diaz. Option C, Christopher Columbus. Option D, Roald Amundsen. The correct answer is Roald Amundsen. Roald Amundsen was a Norwegian polar explorer and discoverer. In 1911, Amundsen and his expedition reached the South Pole, conquering it for Norway ahead of a British expedition led by Robert Falcon Scott. Amundsen is also known for the first full passage of the Northwest Passage in 1906, and as the leader of the first successful expedition to cross the entire Northern Sea route between 1918 and 1920. His achievements in polar exploration have earned him recognition as one of the most outstanding polar explorers in history.